Welcome to Lahore, Pakistan. Amazing city from what I've seen so far. Just flew up from Karachi this morning on Pakistan International Airlines. Wasn't too bad at all. Flight was on time. The luggage came out pretty quick. It was really quite efficient. Hotel sent a driver for me, which was really cool. Met me at the airport. I've got to say, the hotel I'm staying at, I don't think I've ever had quite a reception at any hotel that I've ever stayed at anywhere. Everyone from the armed security guards at the front, like, it was almost as if basically every person that works at the hotel came out to greet me. So yeah, hospitality's just been outstanding. First impressions of the city, yeah, it's really nice. I'm just in a park at the moment. It's quite green and seems to be quite well looked after, and cities appear to be reasonably clean. Population's around 11.5 million people, which is just phenomenal. The cities where I come from don't have anywhere near that many people, but in comparison to Karachi, which is 18 odd million people, it's just difficult to comprehend that many people living in the one city. The security situation at the moment doesn't seem too bad. On the way in from the airport, there was quite a number of armed men on the side of the road. Pearl Continental Hotel just up here, which is one of the big international hotels, and well, not only a small army out the front, yeah, a lot of razor wire and that around the boundaries. Good luck trying to get in there. Even at my hotel, which is just a smaller sort of out of the way place, we've got 2 security guards on the entrance with AK-47s. Yeah, they say Lahore is the literary capital of Pakistan. You can certainly see why. I'm just walking through the park here, and there's a lot of young people sitting at tables and on park benches reading books. What a nice little park actually. There's actually some palm trees back there, which is probably not really the type of species that you would expect to see in this part of the world. The police have just turned up. I'm not too sure what's going on here. More and more police were arriving, and then one gentleman, he looked like, I don't know, maybe the police chief or something, just got out of one of the vehicles, and I was just taking some photos of the passing traffic, and sort of gave me a strange look, and then just extended his hand and we shook hands, and then that was it. So I'm just walking along this like boulevard kind of road, which is actually really quite pleasant. Very leafy and green, a lot of trees hanging over the road, you can see behind me here. But what's interesting is that there's all these signs that are affixed to the poles on the side of the road, and they seem to be all for like minority groups and things like transgender people, gypsies, trying to promote literacy amongst these groups. Yeah, it's just fascinating. Yeah, a lot of the bikes here are just these little 70cc. I think the biggest bike I've seen is a 400cc. Time for the call to prayer at the local mosque just here. When I was in Iraqi Kurdistan last year, there was a mosque just across the road from where I was staying, and every morning they'd play that. We kind of get used to it. Alright, I was just asking those 2 guys if I'm likely to be allowed inside the masjid. They said go round to the main gate, so yeah, I was just asking the guy on the front door there if it was okay for me to go in. He didn't quite understand what I was saying, but there was another guy behind me who spoke a bit of English, and he just said, yeah, you can come in, but you need long pants. So we'll look into that tomorrow. One thing I should point out, it's not particularly a new thing. If you've travelled to some Islamic countries before, you'd be well aware of that if you are in fact staying in a hotel, if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, there may be some problems with that. So the hotel that I'm staying at here, the form that I had to sign when I checked in had a number of rules at the bottom. One of which being that if a male and female check in together, they need to produce a marriage certificate. So if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, or if you're engaged, or whatever the story might be, but you're not yet married, you'll need to book a separate room. Chaos. These intersections are just intense. You've got to get yourself across the road without getting bowled over. This is one of the most insane cities I've ever been to. It is just buzzing. It's so vibrant, the atmosphere. There's people everywhere. Everyone's really friendly. Day 2 in Lahore, and I've just had a pretty delicious looking Pakistani breakfast delivered to my room. Alrighty, we've got some panata, which is the bread, which is pretty much mandatory, I think, with any meal here in Pakistan. We've got a Pakistani omelette, and this dish here is called halwa, which is sort of looks like a cross between mashed potato and minced garlic. And then this one here is chana. So looking forward to tasting some of this local food. And, once we get brekkie out of the way, I'll just have to clean up and drop off some laundry, and then I'm thinking we might head up to the Walled City and have a look around some of the markets and take some photos. So it should be an action-packed day. Time to get amongst it. Alright, so we're back out. It's going to flag down a tuk-tuk and head to the Walled City. So it should be pretty awesome. Here we go. Alright, we're at the entrance to the Walled City. It's still a little bit chaotic out the front here, so we'll just wait till we get inside. Just walking through the archway now. So this is actually Lahore's cultural centre. It was first established around 1000 AD. Was the capital of the Mughal Empire, which existed around that time. Presently, I think it's home to around 200,000 people. Supposedly some like really kind of picturesque buildings, such as the Wazir Khan Mosque, which I'm going to go and check out now. So it took about 20 minutes to get here from the hotel, given traffic conditions and also the, the state of the roads. Pakistani people seem to be incredibly skilled riders and drivers, and I've been on the road a fair bit since I've been here. I haven't seen one accident yet, which is a miracle to say the least. Minarets of the So it's actually prayer time at the mosque, and as a tourist I just have to wait for that to wrap up. Yeah, you just can't help but admire the decoration on the external facade of the mosque. Really quite impressive for a 17th century building. Alright, so we're inside the Wazir Khan Mosque in the Walled City. Yeah, gentleman out the front was actually really nice. He's lent me another sarong because I'm wearing shorts again. Yeah, I didn't actually bring any long pants. The intention was to buy some when I got here. Yeah, regrettably I just haven't got around to that yet with everything that's going on.
You have to pay something.
Yeah, on it up here?
Yeah.
So just looking at the, as I said before, out the front, just some of the detail that's in the artwork on the external walls of the building, it's just exquisite. Yeah, it's going up the minaret here, and it's almost tripping over this bloody sarong thing that I've got on. So I'm at the top of one of the minarets. This is an incredible view. Walled City is just 1,000 times better once you get to an elevated position. It's just, I'm loving this. And it's interesting too, you come to a place like Pakistan where if you just engage with the people, give them a smile and a wave and just make an effort to communicate with them, it's really quite amazing the response that you get out of them. It's just been epic. I can't really tell you how awesome it's been. Alright, there's just some children in there reciting the Quran. I haven't actually seen that before. How are you, mate?
How are you?
Alright, I think these guys want to get a photo. Seems to happen quite a bit over the last couple of days, just the young blokes that just keen to get a photo. Making me feel very welcome here. So even just coming out of the mosque then, I had to put my boots back on, and there was a gentleman sitting on a plastic chair, and he's like, gets up off the chair and he's like, sit down. So I could put my shoes on, and just completely blown away by the politeness and the hospitality of these people. It's just been incredible. Hey boys. It's just amazing. Yeah, some of these markets, like, it's just one of the most vibrant atmospheres you'll ever come across. Colours and... yeah, I mean, if you're visiting Lahore, you definitely have to come here. I mean, you could spend a day easily just wandering around aimlessly, just soaking up the culture. Yeah, it's just brilliant. So hazardous having to change the camera settings all the time. Constantly need to be looking where you're going, where you're stepping. what's coming up your ass, what's coming towards you. Assalamualaikum. Right, from my experience, like I think the adventure that you'll have here really comes down to how much effort you want to make. Like you could front up here and just walk around and take in all the sights and whatnot, but but if you want to go out of your way and like talk to people and even just ask questions and like whether you can do certain things, I think the possibilities are endless. And as I said before, like if you just smile a lot, be polite, like it'll get you so far in this country. Yeah, something interesting just happened back there. I just got pulled up by a bloke. At first he seemed a little bit hostile. He was wondering what I was filming. It didn't take long for him to calm down. I just said, look mate, I'm just a tourist. I'm just taking some photos and stuff. You don't need to be worried about me. Yeah, he was cool after that. We just had a bit of a chat and talking about his hometown and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's all but again, you know, it's just having a good attitude, like it's just been paramount importance.
How do you do?
Hello, good, how are you?
You come from?
Australia.
Oh, I like it, your country. Very
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your countries, I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Your country.
Same with
Bad people, good people.
yeah. Same with Pakistan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, nice to meet you.
Oh,
See you later. Yeah, it's been a real mixed bag walking through these skinny alleyways. Got some people have been really friendly, like they've been pulling me up and asking me where I'm from and that sort of thing, and at the same time it's kind of felt pretty intense. Just have a lot of people watching me, got a lot of eyes on me. But just heading down to the Mochi Gate now, which is one of the main gates leading into the city. It's up with a little sweet shop here, like baklava and stuff like that. It's got a sample here. It's so tasty. It's like kind of a sweet biscuity kind of flavour. Scrumptious. They've given me some more things to sample. I'm not too sure what this is, but we'll give it a go nonetheless. It's kind of like a cake that's made into a ball. Like it's got that kind of cake sort of texture on the inside. Incredible. Oh, that was awesome. So I just tried to give those guys a couple of bucks and they wouldn't take it. So yeah, it's just The hospitality here, as I've said time and time again, is just a real credit to these people. And I think they're pretty stoked just to see a tourist here. And yeah, it's just, I really can't put the experience into words. Alright guys, I'm now clear of the carnage. But yeah, look, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I've certainly had a fucking awesome time making it. And there's going to be plenty more to come from Pakistan. Stay tuned.